I just want to know if I can see when I get up off that table. And to answer your question, yes, but I don't want you to stop the video there. Hi, this is Rachel from the RLSLife.com, and we're here today to talk about these eyes, these eyeballs. First things first, I know the first question that people want to ask, people ask about LASIK eye surgery is, does it hurt? Now, I was somebody who's first one, sir, to be honest, I really wasn't concerned about if it was hurting. I just want to know if I can see when I get up off that table. And to answer your question, yes, but I don't want you to stop the video there. So I had LASIK eye surgery 2 years ago as of July 13th. 2023. I have been on several consultations regarding laser eye surgery. Years back, one time I went, the guy was just kind of rude and kind of rushing, and I don't know, he was frustrated because I was asking questions. I don't know. So I was like, nah, I'll wait. Second time I went, they were talking about my prescription was so, I don't want to say so bad, but my prescription was so strong that I would have to have inserted contact lens, ICL, inserted contact lens. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So some more time passed, and I've just been like, you know what? I really want my eyes done. I want to be able to go to the beach and be able to see my kids without having to worry about a contact lens, without having to worry about glasses getting knocked out. I want to be able to go and be able to see, you know, in any situation that I'm in. And so I decided to try another consultation. There was a doctor that came on TV, DFW Eyes, and I saw the interview and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try these people out and see, you know, what the consultation is like and go from there. And so I made an appointment for a consultation. I went in for my consultation and it just seemed like everything just flowed. Yes, I have a astigmatism. Have an astigmatism. I had a very strong prescription, but the lady was like, you know, we can do it. And she did mention insertable contact lens was as an option, but she was not pushing that. The other people, they were pushing that. They told me that was the only option that I had was an insertable contact lens because of the strength of my prescription. And so I wasn't comfortable with that. So, you know, here we are. But this time around, the lady, the doctor that I did my consultation with, she was cool. She was calm. She was not pressuring me. She was not making, you know, it was fine if I did, fine if I didn't, you know. And so that made me feel really comfortable. And this was like the date that I was given, July 13th, was shortly before it was time for me to go back to work. So I was like, okay, that'll give me enough time to heal. That'll give me enough time to see what this, you know, what it's going to be like, if I'll be able to see fully, you know, when I get up off the table, all that kind of stuff. So everything worked out. Some reasons that I decided to get LASIK eye surgery was, one, my prescription was the whole process of getting glasses was starting to annoy me. I've been wearing glasses since elementary, 5th or 6th grade. I've been wearing glasses. I think, as a matter of fact, I think it was 4th grade that I started wearing glasses. Never had a great experience with glasses. Mama always had me wearing some of the ugliest cheap lens, like plastic lens glasses, and I just never had a good situation when it came to glasses. As I got older, my prescription was so strong, I was subject to, like I was trying to see, but if I find some pictures, I'll insert like the different glasses that I had. I was subject to a certain type of frame, a thin frame, Like I could, here lately the big frames became fashionable. I couldn't wear those. I could, but it wouldn't be cute. But the thin frames with small things and the thick sides. That was because my lenses were so thick. Like I had to get special lenses so they wouldn't be like so thick. And then even with those special expensive lenses, the outside of it was still kind of thick. And so they were like, if you get a lens that had a thick, whatever this part is called, that would kind of camouflage that. So that's what I did. But like I said, as I got older, I got tired of that. I didn't want to deal with that no more. The same frames, the same process, and they were never really cute because I couldn't really see when I was getting my... I could never see unless I wore my contacts. If I wore my contacts, I could see what they would look like, but I was tired of it. So one day while I was scrolling on Instagram, a person that I follow, Busy Being Sasha, was her tag. I think her tag, her @ has changed. So I looked it up and inserted. But at the time it was Busy Being Sasha. And she had hers done. And so after she had hers done and, everything went well for her, she liked it. It was, what she always said is she regretted, I didn't spray my face today. Oh well. She said she regretted not doing it sooner, right? So that was another reason why I did it. Another reason why I did it is because one of my brothers, he had it done. And he said the same thing. He wished he had done it sooner. He was tired of contacts. He was, all that kind of stuff. And he had a good process, he had a good experience. Like, same part, he can see now. I like this doctor because there were multiple visits. You know what I mean? You come in, you have your eyes checked. You come in and you set up stuff for the Lasik to get completed. After the surgery, you come in. Shoot, I can't even remember how many times. I have my paper. Dog, I need my paper. You come in several times after for them to tend to your eyes. The day after surgery, you come right back and to get your eyes checked, and but you can drive to the surgery. So prepping for Lasik. So the day before your procedure, you go in, you get, probably not the day before, sometime before. I can't remember what day. It's 2 years ago. If I can find it, I'll put it in because I still have my folder with all my notes. Sometime before, maybe a day, a week, or whatever, not a month, nothing like that, you go in for your pre-Lasik stuff and you get a prescription, an antibiotic that you have to take before. You have to get all your drops because with this you have to have a whole bunch of drops, different drops for different processes throughout the healing. Drops throughout the healing process. And so I went and got all my stuff. I took my antibiotic, and so for the I was awake the whole procedure and aware the whole procedure, which was quick. And so I get the Valium, they give me few minutes. Like when I go in there, it hadn't really, that I know of, because I ain't never done, stuff like that. So I don't even know, if it's taking effect. I'm like, can I have two? Because, I'm a big girl, it's like, I have to get extra stuff for it to work on me. I was like, can I get two? I was like, no, you'll be fine. And I go in, and so they took me into this dark room. And in the dark room, it's kind of like a spaceship, for lack of a better term. You sit on this thing, and then it turns you under this big thing. And so I was laying there. I was nervous. And he say, okay, you ready? And then we're gonna do this eye, and he gives his instructions, and I follow those instructions. And so he was like, okay, we're done with that eye. And I was like, wait, hold on. He was like, over to the other eye. And so they go over, move the little thing over to my other eye. He does that for, and it's not, when I tell you it's short, like maybe 2.5 minutes. No lie, each eye. Maybe 2.5 minutes changes your life. And so he put that on my, he did the other eye. And then for them, they put a contact bandage, is what they call it. So it was a contact lens, but it was just supposed to be like a bandage because I had Lasik PRK. So with that, there's the one with the flap, and then there's the one with the PRK where they, dissolve all of that portion of your eye. I'm gonna come up close to the eye so because you can't tell. No, don't mind let me turn that off because somebody might think that's the thing. You can't tell. And so they did both eyes and then set me up, and I was looking around. And all I kept saying was, I can see. I can see. I can see. Because I couldn't believe that I could see. Okay, recovery time. Oh, I was good after day 2. The first day when I went to bed, the first day I was just in shock of everything because I could see. I still be in shock. I told my husband, I said, this the life you live when you just wake up. This the life how y'all living. Y'all just wake up and you can see stuff. You ain't gotta, because when I tell you my eyesight was so bad. My baby, she finna be 4. So at that time she was what, 1.5 or something like that. It was a month before her 2nd birthday. And she say, she even got, when it was time to wake up, she would get my glasses. If I don't get them for her, she would get my glasses. Here, Mommy.
Mommy, can you want my back outside?
The first night when I got up, because you have a whole list of stuff you have to do for this once you get your stuff done. You have drops you have to take at this time, drops you have to take every whatever. You have drops you have to take everywhere for so many days. So for me, I was on it. I put a picture of it in here. I wrote down my times. I was on it because I was like, if anything happened to my eyes, it's not going to be my fault. It's going to be on y'all because I did everything that y'all told me to do. So when it was time for my drops, I didn't know at night you're supposed to do that too. So after the procedure, I sat around just a little while to, I guess, get just the recovery because you have the volume and stuff. And someone has to bring you to your first day appointment. So my husband was there. He brought me. And so when it was time to go, you get on these dark shades. I have a picture of that, so I'll insert it. You have on dark shades and you have to wear that all night because, you don't want to get hit in the face. You don't want to rub your eyes accidentally because, when you're in your sleep. So I had to wear those and sleep in those over I think I decided to sleep because my child sleep with me. But I think it was advised to sleep in them the first night. So the first night was the worst thing that I had the whole time. That was the worst. And it was just my eyes were, I woke up to my eyes just watering profusely. And I did not know why I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And nothing I could do. I tried to put the little drops in my eyes and by then I got because it was some, numbing stuff that they gave you that you could use as a last resort. I got that and I put that in my eyes and finally I was able to relax. But other than that, I didn't have any problems. I went back to bed. So after that, the next morning, I just went through, when I got up, I went through my, drops, whatever. I wrote my time down and I just went through stuff for the day. But that day I had to go back to the eye doctor so they could check my eyes. And going back to the eye doctor, I told him about, the waking up with my eyes watering profusely. And he said, that was just because, throughout the night, dropped my eyes and they probably got too dry. And so for the rest of that day, I did the drops and I used the little numbing drop as well, and I was fine. And so as the days progressed, everything got better. I could still see, like every morning I woke up, I was like, dog, I can see without my glasses. Every morning I woke up. So some days I still being amazing, and it's 2 years later. And so I go to my next visit, everything's good. I go to my next visit and they take off the contact band-aids, and I could see even better. And I was like, where they do this at? Yeah, I was just in awe. So if I would do it, would I do it? I would definitely do it over again. I would just remember to use drops. So they give you what are those drops called? Something kind of drops. And you just drop those in your eyes, and it could be more, but it just had to be routinely, but it could be more often if you needed it. And then, life just went on. Next visit, because there was about 4 visits after my procedure. Next visit, he was like, you can wait a little while and then you'll be ready to wear makeup, because I could not wear makeup. I could not wear anything on my eyes, around my eyes, like no mascara, no nothing. So I couldn't do makeup. And so, but sometime after that, maybe the 3rd visit or so, he okayed me to wear some light makeup. So a lot of questions that I get since, like, when people actually realize that I have Lasik eye surgery, one of the main questions is, does it hurt? For me, it didn't hurt. The procedure did not hurt at all. The only pain that I had during recovery was the first night after, when my eyes was watering profusely, and that was mainly my fault because I didn't know that I was supposed to wake up and put drops in my eyes. And then a lot of people ask me the question of, are my eyes gonna go back? Me personally, I'm not concerned. If my eyes go back, they go back. But right now, I am enjoying every second of this laser eye procedure. Every second of it. I would do it over again. I wouldn't second guess it. I would definitely get it done again. Now, what he says about the eyesight, about the laser procedure, is that when people get LASIK, as they get older, they'll need reading glasses, and I'm fine with that. So I hope I was able to answer some of your questions. If there's something that you want to know that I didn't touch on in this video, let me know in the comments and I will answer to the best of my ability. Also, the doctor's office that did my procedure will be in the description box below. And as far as cost, at this time 2 years ago, the cost was $3,798. And it was financed. Insurance does not cover the procedure. At that time, they had a special that you could pay it out for 2 years, no interest, but it had to be automatic payments. Who can get LASIK eye surgery? People with a stable, that I am aware of, people with a stable prescription. So I've had the same prescription for years. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get this done, and I was a good candidate. So that's what I did. One of the main questions that I had was, will I need to wear my glasses after? And they never wanted to give me an outright answer to that. He was just like, everyone's different, all the PR answers. But when I got off the table, there was no use for my glasses, and I was just in awe. And what I kept saying is, because I got kids, so what is this going to look like after the procedure? Because I got kids. That's what I kept saying, because I got kids, so I gotta, what my limitations gonna be? As far as driving, immediately after the procedure, you are not allowed to drive yourself home. Low-key, can you see well enough to drive yourself home? Yep. But that's not allowed. You cannot drive yourself home. The next day I drove, let me put it like this. The next day at my next appointment, I drove myself to that appointment and drove myself right on home. There you go. I don't know how long you'll be off work, but if I were to do it during a work time, depending on the type of job that you have, you can go to work the next day if you want to. But if it were me, I would do it on like a Thursday, take off a Friday, be ready for work Monday. That would be how I do it, but it's not necessary. Some people go to work that next day. Well, that's all I have for now. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, rewind, play again. Not the stuff I say at the end of the thing. Like I said, I had this procedure done 2 years ago, so I was trying to share the best I could of my experience. I have no complaints about the doctor's office that I used. Like I saw a few different doctors. All of the doctors were nice. All of the doctors were pleasant. The doctor that did my procedure, he was nice. He was pleasant. He was patient. None of them, anytime that I've been to their office, none of them have been in a hurry to get up and get out and get to the next one. But if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll answer them the best I can. I do not regret getting my eyes done, having LASIK, having my LASIK procedure done, and I had the PRK done. I do not regret it, not one bit. The only regret I have is that I did not do it sooner. But I hope you were able to get something from this video. I'll be back with another one soon. Bye.